Hey everybody, Tim Gilbert here, VEVE user ID /. Just want to reflect on what I thought was one of my biggest mistakes on VEVE, and it happened almost a year, well, within a week or so of today. I was just starting to get into NFTs and VEVE, and they teased on their Twitter. They did a great job of the Spider-Man drop. They didn't just, they put some cool little tweets, and everybody was guessing what's going on, and they put clues, and I was so excited because Spider-Man was always my favorite character as a kid. And then I knew if it was going to be the first licensed NFT, I'm like, wow, I knew the potential for this thing. And so, I drop day, I didn't get it, of course. I'm kind of notoriously unlucky. I get a couple good ones here and there on drops, but normally I don't. And I was ready to I had to get the secret rare. There's only going to be 1,000 of them. It was animated first in the blockchain, Marvel license. I mean, how could I go wrong? And I liked the character too, growing up and even now, the movies and everything. So there I was banging away to $5.99. I wanted to get 2 of these things, and I had a feeling it was going to be, 3 or 4 grand. And, basically right after the drop and people started doing it, and I don't think I FOMO'd in. I wanted to get it, and I thought it'd be a good long-term deal. So I dropped almost $8,000 last August when everything was dead, and literally almost to this day it was its lowest. I think they were $1,300 or $1,400 each. So in about a week or 7 days, I lost $7,000, $6,000. You feel sick to your stomach, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the beach. I took some AR pics on my Instagram, and you want to have a big return right away, but, it was kind of devastating to have it drop that much. I was like, oh, even if it drops 20, 30%, whatever, but it literally dropped, a lot from what I paid. I didn't get it on the drop. So I just, waited a couple weeks and I like it. I'm going to keep it. It's whatever. I made a mistake. So literally within 2 months, it crept up to, where I was almost break even. And then we saw the history where it bumped up to like 100 grand. But even then it was, there was some shenanigans and robots and all that stuff. Even though it's dropped back down to, I think, low, someone bought one for 8,000, I think a couple days ago. I'm not worried. There's only 1,000, and you have to look at this more long term. I know it's hard. It's you get in this and I don't go on Twitter that much because it can get too much. I like to use Twitter mainly for seeing what the VEVE announcements are and stuff like this. And I like watching the YouTube videos, but the Twitter just gets, anyways. So long story short is, it's only been a year. And what I thought was my biggest mistake, I'm still, it could go down some more. We could have a bad year, but I think, 2 years, 3 years, it's going to be a story. So that's my little take for today. So everybody hang tight. I think we have a lot of great things, but there's ups and downs, and you can't really expect 200%, 310x returns in normal life. So we kind of got spoiled by this being in the bubble, but anyways, rock on, Tim Gilbert.